So you're scrolling through social media, right? And there it is again. Some flashy post like, I made $3,500 in one weekend using this VIP betting group.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it's a DM popping up promising daily picks from a professional bettor, you know, for only $49.99 a month, guaranteed ROI. We've all seen them. These claims, they just sound almost too good to be true. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the world of subscription betting tipsters. And the big question for us is, do they actually deliver on those promises? Or are you really just paying for the promise itself? Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it, how this really old concept has just found new life online. I mean, paying for betting advice, that's nothing new. Tipsters have been around forever. Think back to, like, newspaper columns for horse racing, stuff like that.
Right, the old school tip sheets.
Exactly. But what's really changed is how they operate now. Today, these things have evolved. They're sophisticated digital operations. They use, exclusive Discord channels, quick Telegram drop.
Oh yeah, the Telegram alerts.
Yeah.
Nonstop sometimes.
Right. And meticulously designed spreadsheets showing odds and often marketing campaigns. Honestly, some of those marketing rivals, like Netflix trailers, it's slick.
That whole evolution from, quiet newspaper tips to these high-pressure digital campaigns, that's exactly why we're here. Our mission in this deep dive, it's really to understand what you're actually paying for when you hand over your cash. And maybe, more importantly, how to navigate this space. It's crowded, often misleading. Because let's be real, if someone truly had a system that consistently beat the books, like powerfully enough to make six figures, why on earth would they sell it to you or anyone for just $29.99 a month?
Yeah, that's the classic question.
They'd be on a beach somewhere,
Right.
Like Malta, quietly cashing out, not running a subscription service.
Well, what's striking is, while that Malta Beach idea holds true for many, it doesn't mean all tipsters are frauds. There are some exceptions, genuine ones. Some folks really do dedicate themselves to, deep analysis. There's scrutinizing trends, poring over injury reports, analyzing data with real statistical rigor.
So the analytical types.
Exactly. And these tend to be the transparent ones. They'll openly log their picks, show their full betting history, the good and the bad, unedited. And crucially, they emphasize things like bankroll management.
Which is basically how you strategically use your betting money to minimize risk.
Precisely. Right. And understanding variance, the natural ups and downs in results. Even the best bettors have losing streaks. That's variance.
That's a really important distinction you're making there, because most of these subscription tipsters, the ones shouting the loudest, those big promises, they often don't track their own ROI. That's return on investment, right?
Yeah.
The actual measure of profitability. They often don't factor in the timing of odds, which, as you know, can change everything for a bet's value.
Hugely important odds timing.
And honestly, you have to wonder if they care whether you're winning long term, because their business model works regardless. They got paid when you subscribed.
It's a numbers game for them, often, selling access.
Exactly. They sell access, not necessarily results. It's kind of a genius setup from their perspective.
So, okay, how do you tell the difference? How do you separate the insightful from the opportunistic? The key takeaways, I think, boil down to asking some specific questions.
Okay, like what?
First, do they show their full betting history? And I'm all of it, not just cherry pick wins or, fancy screenshots.
Need to see the losses too.
Absolutely. Every pick, every loss. Verifiable results, not just claims. Second, do they talk about risk just as much as reward? A legit tipster will discuss, proper unit sizing, the volatility involved, not just endless wins.
Right, managing expectations.
Yes. And maybe most importantly, are they actually selling picks based on real analysis? Or are they just selling you the dream, easy money, no effort required?
That's the core of it, isn't it? The difference between insight and just marketing hype.
It's vital. Absolutely vital.
And look, if you do decide to subscribe to a tipster, maybe approach it differently. Think of it as investing in your education, maybe, not just a shortcut to profit.
That's a good way to frame it.
Use their insights, yeah, but use them to sharpen your own decision-making. Focus on how they get to their picks. Are they explaining their models, their data, their reasoning?
Well, why behind the pick?
Exactly. Observe how they handle losses, too. Do they panic or stick to a disciplined strategy? Learning those things, that can really improve your own strategic thinking. It turns a subscription into a masterclass, not just a pick delivery service.
Right, because at the end of the day, just relying solely on someone else's picks, it's basically like outsourcing your own instincts, your own judgment.
Good point.
And in betting, this constantly changing world, There's really no substitute for developing your own edge. The real value isn't just the pick, it's what you learn and how you apply it.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener?
Well, it suggests that true, sustainable success in this space, it probably comes from within, building your own skills.